break a sweat like you running on the track. Stars align, now you shining like a lamp. Post up, take a shot. Post up, take a shot. Break a sweat like you running on the track. Stars align, now you shining like a lamp. Post up, take a shot. Post up, take a shot. Watch the block, I'm crossing over like it's pop. Quiznos and a soda fizzing off the top. I was on the bench, I had to earn my spot. Bullseye, know I'm hot sauce with the rock. Steady with the handle, tryna windmill. The ops tried to foul, but it's in still. Check, ball, pass, off. Throw the, ooh, blast, off. Break a sweat like you running on the track.
I think the thing that stands out to me, just the steadiness and kind of the will for, the majority of the game. I thought brought really well the first quarter, firstly 5, 7, 8 minutes. We just kind of stuck with what we do. Different guys making plays, different guys stepping up. And we're able to kind of manage that storm and actually have a lead at the end of the first quarter and then just maintain our focus and our effort really for the whole game. And lots of different people stepping up and playing well. George off the bench. I just think Bled's defense and Bled's energy. Brook, Chris, just a really good overall team performance tonight.
Vintel, Detroit Free Press. You were talking about Brook Lopez before. What makes him so tough for other centers to go up against? Because Andre Drummond's had trouble with him in the past.
Well, I mean, the way he is just, he's not your conventional big. He's going to, play around the perimeter a lot. His spacing is great. His ability to make threes. And then, teams are trying to take that away, putting smaller guys on him, bigger guys. And now he's taking it off the dribble, finishing in the paint, getting all the way and finishing at the rim. And then, in the pick and roll game, I think we're just on him to, roll more and finish more in the paint. And he just keeps getting better and better at that. And our guys are getting better finding him. He's just he's a really skilled guy at the end of the day. And, he helps us a ton.
But throughout this whole series, we've always talked about, it just felt like Ersan, those 3 threes in the first quarter really kind of steadied you.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's probably part of the opening. That they threw a big punch. I thought they played really well out of the gate, and Ersan comes in and hits the 3 threes in the first quarter. I think, that was a big kind of stretch. We didn't go into the first quarter down or finish the first quarter down, and Ersan felt good. Ersan played well. He and George off the bench I thought were really, really great. So, but those threes were huge.
What can it mean for you guys on a night where Giannis wasn't otherworldly? He still put up some numbers, but he wasn't at his peak. Just that you guys were able to still win by double digits and be in control for a lot of the game.
I mean, I think it's something, we've been trying to build all year is, we're a team that plays together. We're, trying to take what the defense gives us. Guys have opportunities. Guys have a lot of confidence to make plays. It's not just all about Giannis, as amazing and great as he is. So, if and when we need more from other people, and credit to Giannis to, I think, let his teammates, carry him some nights, carry him some stretches. And, I think he just loves this group. He loves to see them succeed. And, it's I think a credit to him and a credit to the guys around him.
But shortly after Giannis got his third quarter, it looked like you went over and talked to him a little bit. What was your message to him at that point?
Yeah, it was actually a little bit more just about some coverage that we were just maybe changing a look. And, how did he feel about it? And just making sure he and I are on the same page, and then he could help Ersan to do differently. It wasn't that exciting.
Bud.
Yep.
Course of the season, we've talked about how in the playoffs, kind of every X factor matters. Everyone has a certain baseline of talent, but there are little things that can separate the good from the great. And I'm wondering where you think your guys' professionalism and ability to just have this intense focus ranks in terms of pushing?
Discuss at home, and can we maintain that focus? Can we maintain, I guess professionalism, if that's the word you want to use? That competitive spirit is what we talk about for the entire game. You got to do it, and I would give our guys credit, but we still have another game. We've got to maintain that over the next day or two. And
But it probably helps you like it than he had.
hit several shots. I think just his confidence, the way he was moving out there. It's his third game. It's, Nico, we all want to happen quickly. Hard not playoff type intensity. So tonight was, but he's got to keep working tomorrow, work the next day, and just keep taking advantage of his opportunities.
How big is just it's a one-on-one play and they're able to get a bucket?
We've got some guys that have individual talent, can go get a basket on their own, and with moving the ball and playing unselfishly and trying to create other actions or situations. And I feel like the team and Chris and Giannis and place, there's no doubt get to basket, and we have a lot of guys actually that can do that.
You guys have played the Pistons so far this year 7 times, and 6 times you've won by double digits. When you look at the matchup between your team and the Pistons, equal to win seemingly so easily on a regular basis?
No, we've played well. I know we came in here one time off of a loss during the regular season, and watching that film, our focus was great. We talked about our focus earlier. It's we're not a kind of matchup team. I think we just try and do what we're doing each night. We've had some success. We need to get one more. Respect the played great. Anything really, to be honest. All right, thanks.
Just a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more. Levitate, levitate. Just a little more. Just a little more. Levitate, levitate. Just a little more. Just a little more. Born a ball, but we don't play. We are artists, still in the pain. Prince of the pauper, or maybe a saint. I've been moving like the army that's up in the ranks. We get to cutting either checks or the case. I gotta switch at the pace. Only thing I got is gotta get to the bank. I got goals, got dreams, I ain't taking no breaks. And I got what it takes. Looking at the options up in my face. I'm up in the ante and I'm up in the cake. I got into the deal, now I'm out of the States. So levitate, levitate, just a little more. Just a little more. Levitate, levitate, just a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more. Just a little more.
Yeah, yeah. Real love, something I've been trying to find. Where you been? Got here just in time. I think there's something I've been waiting for. I've been asking if it's something that I'm ready for. I was out looking for love in a trash can. I always thought there was nobody out there. Then I found you and you put me in the zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm sleeping, love is all I can dream of. When you leave me, baby, it's all that I can think of. Can't nothing come in between us but the road. I can't help it that we connected at the soul. Show me how to love, how you do that. It's my heart, better watch it where you shoot at. When I'm with you, I feel like
did you think that early in that game, maybe some of the some of your guys?
You know, we made some uncharacteristic mistakes, Keith, in those situations, but that's what the playoffs are about, getting through that, understanding time, score situation, what's going on, next play mentality. I thought we had some situations where we make a mistake or miss a shot. Now we go down to the defensive end and don't carry out our assignment. So, again, that's part of growth. That team is that makes that you make. But I like the way our guys continue to fight, scrap. Got it to, close one-point games somewhere and had an opportunity to go. But again, in playoff basketball, you don't get forgiven for your mistakes. They make you pay for them.
Just was it difficult to bounce back after that first quarter because it felt like you gave your best through your annually from their runs?
No, that's what the playoffs are about. You got to bounce back each and every game, every time. I think that their best in the first quarter. They were scrapping, and some we just missing some shots that we normally make, that we have made in the past. But again, I thought we were resilient. We kept coming back. We kept fighting, kept scratching. They went on an 8-0 run there. We got it close and just couldn't recover from that. But I like the way our guys are competing, fighting. Like I told them, we have a great crowd. It's one of the best crowds we've had all year. They looked up to the top row, and it was filled. And that's what we're here for. That's what we're growing to do. We're trying to get our program where Milwaukee is. I remember going into Milwaukee 2-3 years ago. They were at the same stage we were. So that's growth. That's continuing being consistent. We had less lulls that we had up there in Milwaukee of being consistent, making the right play, making the right read, and some of them we just didn't make shots, especially in the second half.
Dwayne, your thoughts on Andre Drummond tonight?
I thought Andre missed some bunnies, some chippies. I thought it bothered him a little bit, and he carried it down to the other end. And I know Andre's going to make those shots. There's nobody on their team that can stop him one-on-one once he gets his feet in the restricted area. He's just got to take his time, go up, finish it. But again, Andre is, he probably sets more screens than anybody on our team. So again, he'll make those shots. That's part of his growth, especially in a playoff atmosphere where, everything is magnified, every possession, every shot is magnified, every camera is on you. But learning to grow in that situation is his next step of his career.
What did you think of what and it looked like he might have banged it again at the end of late in the game?
It scared the heck out of me, but I tell you what, that young man is giving us everything he has. And, he said he was feeling good. I was concerned about his conditioning, as much time as he's missed, and you can't really simulate 5-on-5 basketball when you're rehabbing or whatever, but I thought he came in and gave us what he could. We need every one of those 27 he gave us. But he just has a presence that we can't replace with anybody. Just his physicality in the post. When things get a little ragged, he can take it down to the post, draw two, and he did all that tonight for us.
You mentioned a moment ago that you were pleased with the scrappiness that your team showed tonight, and they need to show more consistency, but obviously the result was still lopsided. I'm wondering, what does a game like this show you about how many more, what the next steps are to become a team like Milwaukee is?
Well, again, I go back to when Milwaukee was where we were a couple of years ago. And again, work. Nothing replaces work. All of our guys have to get in the gym this summer, work on their ball handling, work on their three-point shooting. Within the way we're going to get them and how we get them, and simulate that as much as possible. You got guys like Bruce Brown, his next step is three-point shooting. Just everybody can get in the gym and just be consistent, because we're going to be a three-point shooting team. but we got to make them. And we showed a stretch there about a month ago, that we were knocking them down. So we've shown that we can knock those shots down. Now, when the tension comes, the adversity comes, the pressure comes of the playoffs, we got to be able to simulate that too. So that's part of growth. And I'm proud of the way our guys are scrapping. Again, I told our guys, if you don't want to come back in here, and then hey, don't come to work, call in sick, and nobody raised their hand. So it's a resilient group. I love this group. I think the future is bright for us and with our crew. Again, nothing's going to replace work, and putting our player development program is going to be big this summer. If that answers your question, that's the difference right now. I look at Antetokounmpo, the difference in him. I look at Sterling Brown, the difference in him. Connaughton, the difference in him, his work, how he has grown, developed. So that's on us. We've got to develop our guys, get them ready to go, and play in these situations consistently.
Coach, this predates you, but Andre struggled against Brook Lopez before in the past. What makes Brook Lopez younger players?
Well, he's 7'8", isn't he? It's something like that. A lot of people struggle against him. Again, you just have to take your time. Get an angle on him at the rim and go right up through him. And then if you feel two bodies, that's when you have to kick it out. And Andre's going to learn. He has done a better job of that, but he can't let frustration get to him and bother him when you miss one, and don't compound it. So, I love the way Andre has grown this year. He's grown tremendously, so he's not going against chopped liver in Lopez. A lot of people have gone Monday day, come back in here and believe and stay together and stay the course. And let you guys be the naysayers.
And there's Sean after watching his former.
Giannis, I mean,
they back up off of him, but I don't. I mean, you get 2 shoulders.
Ben Shy talking about Brook. Just Ben at the rim.
All year. I mean, you know, I didn't know how good of a shot blocker he was initially until we got him this year, but he protects the rim. He covers a lot of ground for us. He covers up a lot of mistakes for us. We're able to be aggressive on the perimeter, just trying to deny and let them go back door because we know he's going to be there waiting at the rim for us. So great job all year. This series also keeping those bigs, Andre Drummond, Blake Griffin, Zaza, and Thon just off the board, off the offensive glass. So, I mean, on the defensive side, he does so much for us that I don't think a lot of people realize.
Bled, I know you've talked about getting him a gift because, you know, he does so much for you because you guys have that partnership together. Just what was it? It feels like both offensively and defensively, he's just huge for you guys.
I mean, for him able to stretch the floor, you know, keep, you know, the big man out the paint, and, you know, he got to do a lot. I mean, we asked him to keep Drummond off the paint, but he also helped, you know, off the shots as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things you guys don't see out there, you know, as Chris mentioned, that he does, you know, so well. And like I said, I got to bow and praise him, man. He helped me out a ton.
Lift was it when you kind of take that early punch from Detroit, home crowd's kind of into it. Ersan comes off the bench, and within like 2 minutes, he's got three threes to keep you guys tight, and ultimately you're able to kind of run away with it. What kind of lift did that give you guys?
It was a huge lift. I mean, that's what our bench was doing all year long, including this series, is when they come in, they're ready to play. Ersan did a great job, you know, of being ready. He got 3 great looks from 3 and knocked all of them down, and just took a lot of pressure off us, allowed us to relax, play our game, and play within the flow.
led. How do you kind of try to find a balance between, I know Bud always is wanting to move the ball and get it moving, but also you've had a lot of good individual takes to the basket. How do you guys try to find that balance? Because it felt like when you guys need to be able to go get one.
Just keep, being aggressive, picking my spots, keep attacking, and trust my teammates gonna knock down the shot. So I just try to get in the paint as much as I can, and, kick it out, to Chris, Giannis, Brook, and just trust they're gonna and try to get those guys involved as well. As the point guard of the team, you gotta try to get them in rhythm. So I got to try to get in the roles, get Giannis the ball in his spots, and get Brook so he can feel comfortable playing both ends. So it's just a feel for the game.
I mean, we have both of you up there. You both have mics in front of you. Dunk contest at the end of the regular season, you said it was over, but I think that was because Chris was winning. So you guys got an update for us there?
It's over. The regular season's over, so that dunk contest is over. Maybe a new one coming.
Where you going, bro?
That's it, bro. They said that was the last one.
All right.
Yeah. Real love, something I've been trying to find. Where you been? Got here just in time. I think there's something I've been waiting for. I've been asking if it's something that I'm ready for. I was out looking for love in a trash can. I always thought there was nobody out there. Then I found you and you put me in the zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm sleeping, love is all I can dream of. When you leave me, baby, it's all that I can think of. Can't nothing come in between us but the road. I can't help it that we connected at the soul. Show me how to love, how you do that. This my heart, better watch the way you shoot it. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in the zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. This time last year, used to hate love. Been through so much, almost gave up. Every time I felt like it was something missing. Then I met you, then you showed me something different. Heart on lockdown, would let no one in. I was shutting people down before they even begin. Can't imagine me living my life without you. Had to sit down and write me a song about you. Lost my mind to describe what it feel like. If a bird lost its wing, but it still flies. You the one, help me realize. Love really do exist in the real life. Love really do exist in the real life. Real life, real life. When I'm sleeping, love is all I can dream of. When you leave me, baby, it's all that I can think of. Can't nothing come in between us but the road. I can't help it that we connected at the soul. Show me how to love, how you do that. This my heart, better watch the way you shoot it. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in the zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone. When I'm with you, I feel like I be in my zone.
Y'all know who I am, I'm not who I used to be. I know it wasn't in my plans, but it panned out and it's cool to me. Spent all my time trying to be the man, but didn't want to grow like Peter Pan. Once upon a time I was doing bad, now I'm on something new, hope you understand. Sitting on top undefeated, any obstacle I'ma beat it. Any opposition I'ma beat them. Victory is all I see in. Cause losing is never an option, it's never an option, no. I see you over there plotting, you think you gon' prosper, no.
I refuse to lose, I'm born to win. I refuse to lose, I'm going in. I refuse to lose, I'm born to win. I refuse to lose, I'm going in.
Sick of losing, I was born to win. A new man like I'm born again. This time around, man, I'm going in. They gave me the ball, I'm not losing it. You devils can take all these L's back. Moving forward, never looking back. Refuse to take any more losses. No misfortunes, just endorsements. Operate at peak performance. Squad behind me, reinforcements. All I think about is scoring. Hear 'em roaring, crowd applauding. Cause losing is never an option, it's never an option, no. I see you over there plotting, you think you gon' prosper, no.
I refuse to lose, I'm born to win. I refuse to lose, I'm going in. I refuse to lose, I'm born to win. I refuse to lose, I'm going in.
How did it feel, and how close did you think you were to 100%?
I felt all right. As far as percentages go, I don't know. That's not really. That's not like a concern of mine really. So if I can play, I can play.
Blake, the way you guys came out, the crowd was into it. The energy seemed. What happened so quickly? Is it them? Is it something where you guys too energetic, or got frustrated too quickly? What happened, do you think?
Are you talking about just in the whole game in general?
Yeah. I mean, from a good start to by halftime, it was a pretty big lead.
You know, we had a couple mistakes early on. And got down by a little bit early, and fought our way back. I think we got up by one, or maybe got it to one. I don't know what it was exactly, but a couple breakdowns defensively, against a team like that, and a 6-point lead can stretch to 12 pretty quickly. And I guess just didn't finish the half as well as we wanted to. So I mean, yeah, it was a little bit of them, a little bit of us. That's kind of how it works.
Blake, I'm wondering what you thought about how in the course of the first half you had on one side the fans chanting MVP when you're at the free throw line. What you thought about that as a player, and also what made hearing those same fans boo Andre Drummond as he struggled throughout the game?
You know, as a player, you know, listen, you appreciate it from fans giving you support like that, but I mean, you know, it's not realistic. And as for Andre thing, I mean, you know, you never want to hear that, especially in your home crowd. Guys, for I don't know how many years now, and we wouldn't be where we are without him. So, if that was directed at him personally, then you know, I don't really understand it, but I honestly didn't really pay much attention to it during the game.
Blake, you've observed as Luke has kind of taken a big step forward in this playoffs than tonight. I wouldn't say he had a bad game, but he's just a little less assertive than the previous two. What is it about when he gets with the starting group that it seems like he does kind of take a little bit of a backseat in terms of his intensity and aggressiveness shooting the ball?
I think he's just still figuring things out. I mean, you know, in his second year and a young guy, still figuring out, you know, when to be aggressive, when to step into a shot, when to facilitate. And I think it's all part of a natural process of a player becoming, you know, older and figuring it out. You know, I can do a better job. We can do a better job of getting him better looks or putting him in the position where he doesn't have to think. You know, you take a little bit of thinking out of it, especially early on, and sometimes you can kind of get yourself going. So, you know, that's definitely something I can help with, I think, as a team.
Blake, to piggyback on the question about Andre, do you think did it appear that maybe the moment he was a little bit overhyped in the beginning of the game?
No, you know, in the flow of the game, I don't really get to really analyze everybody's energy and how they appear. I didn't think so. I think he. I mean, he just missed some tough ones. You know, I told him at one point, I think it was in the second quarter, you know, he seemed a little bit frustrated, but you know, he might have just rushed a few here and there. But you know, like I said, we've leaned on the big fella all season long, and he's a big reason why we're in the playoffs. So, I mean, one game that I don't know, you could say maybe it was subpar for him. Doesn't distract us from the fact that he's an anchor for us. So it happens, man. It's the playoffs. It's basketball. It's gonna happen. It'll happen to me. It'll happen to everybody on the other team. It'll happen to everybody on our team at some point. So, you know, as teammates, we're there to pick each other up. You know, help guys out.
Blake, do you think you'll be able to play Monday night, and what do you think the team's mindset will be going into that game?
Our mindset will be to go get a win, and as for me, you know, we'll take it day by day, just how we were before.